Either it's a drug deal or it's a hooker.
Sex, drugs, and the public library.
Oh my gosh.
Tonight, the NBC4 I-Team goes undercover. And what we found has the LAPD taking a closer look right now. Safety and security at LA City libraries in question.
Our viewers telling us they no longer feel safe. NBC4's Joel Grover and his team went undercover for 3 months to investigate.
Colleen, when I was a kid growing up in LA, the library was a safe place where I'd spend entire afternoons. But when I returned years later for this investigation, I couldn't believe what we saw. Illegal activity happening every day, often with the LAPD just a few feet away. We want to warn you, some of the images you're about to see, you might find disturbing. If you look closely around the Goldwyn Public Library, you might see a man using what appears to be a crystal meth pipe, or a group of people about to shoot up, or a man apparently masturbating right near the book return. What's it like looking out over the library?
Horrendous.
At LA's city libraries, the signs say we welcome everyone. And nowadays, that includes drug users and transients. Can you zoom in over there? We found that out when we went undercover, watching libraries from our van and sending producers inside. Day one at the downtown Central Library, we see school kids filing in. And minutes later in the children's room, when we look out the window, we see this man.
What's that?
In plain view, he takes out a packet of what he says is crystal meth, scoops some into a straw, and offers it to our undercover producer.
It's okay, I don't want it. Come on.
Then he lifts the straw to his nose and snorts some of the powder.
Damn.
Library patrons are just a few feet away.
It's upsetting.
And so is the office of the head of LA's library system, John Szabo. Can you understand why some parents don't want to bring their kids to your libraries?
I can.
And that's what we heard about the Goldwyn branch in Hollywood.
Are you just hanging out here?
One day our undercover producer meets this guy named Mike, who shows her the fresh needle marks on his arm.
This is from doing it.
And then he offers her a pill of what he says is the drug ecstasy.
I've never seen that.
Minutes later, we spot him trying to steal a bike chained to the library fence until the owner catches him.
You're going away for a long time for touching my bike.
But this LAPD security officer lets the alleged thief go and tells our producers that crime and drug use happen inside as well.
I've seen people shoot up and smoke, like snort.
And they shoot up inside the library?
Yeah, they shoot up in the restrooms.
Oh my gosh.
And what our photographer spotted another day outside Goldwyn was even more shocking. The man in the shorts is masturbating the man next to him, with kids nearby, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's shocking. It's disturbing.
Should families have to walk by this on the way into the library?
No, it's wrong, and they shouldn't.
Illegal activity is happening at libraries across LA. At Durant Library on Sunset, we see people getting high every day and snorting what appear to be drugs. At this Koreatown branch, needles and used condoms litter the library property. We wondered how this could be, since the LA Library has an agreement with the LAPD, paying the cops more than $5 million a year to provide security at its branches.
Either it's a drug deal or it's a hooker.
Harriet Zaretsky says she sees it all from her apartment, which looks right down on the Goldwyn Library. Do you ever see the cops come out and patrol? In fact, when we observed people using drugs and engaging in lewd acts around Goldwyn, we saw cops inside the library spending much of their time texting or talking instead of patrolling. And inside the downtown library one day, this officer appeared to be snoozing, while others chatted nearby. But we didn't see anyone patrolling this outside area while that guy was snorting. Over $5 million of our tax dollars goes to securing these libraries. Is that money well spent?
Absolutely not.